Now, I may not have posted a CK3 video to this channel since, when did this game release? 2020. That's crazy. I have been getting a little more into it recently, especially with the new DLC that I'm going to be covering today. Because Rose to Power introduces something I was very excited for, Landless Adventurers. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and pick one of these guys on the right side, but where's the fun in that? I'm sure these actually are some pretty interesting historical figures, but instead of doing like history stuff, who cares about that? We're going to make our own guy, and he's going to start right here. Wow, look at that, what a handsome lad. Crazy how the generator would just randomly make a guy like that. Wow, what a coincidence. He almost looks a little bit like me. That's crazy. Since this absolutely dashing young lad is destined to become a great conqueror one day, I did pad his stats a little bit, giving him at least good martial, maybe not the best diplomacy and intrigue, but like average at other stuff, decent prowess, decent martial. I didn't go overboard with the education trait. I didn't want to go crazy for no reason. You know, this guy is in theory basically a peasant, but a peasant destined for greatness. And so begins the life of Master, wow, Corbett. What a crazy coincidence of a name. Of the Autumn Polecats. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to change that name. There we go, I think that's a much better name. Master Corbett of the Gambler's Fallacy. Truly a man destined to accomplish great things. Great things that are going to require a martial lifestyle and changing our camp focus to swords for hire. We don't have much of a choice in terms of available starting contracts, so let's pick up something simple like an escort, and it turns out it pays pretty well. We can use some of that money to check out who might be available for hire. Out of our 3 candidates, Ava looks like she has the right stats for us, and it might be worth looking around for a few extra contracts. These may be some humble beginnings for our mercenary company, but frankly, there's not a whole lot you're going to do as a mercenary when you have 3 people who can actually fight. So dull as it may be, this is really the best we've got. Now, sticking true to his camp's name, Captain Corbett here is gonna try and steal some money, despite how likely it is that he's going to be caught. And sometimes you lose, but at least it's not that bad. You know, you live to gamble another day. Another satisfied customer, and an extra contract, a couple of them actually. Hired muscle, I feel like we could probably do that if we had maybe an extra person or two. Right now we're looking for a bit of martial, so Lech, while being a little bit up there in the years, still has some kick in him, and if everything goes well, this shouldn't take too long at all. While we're working for the chief, it might be a good idea to upgrade the camp. You know, we have no passive income, so we're kind of just sitting here doing nothing. First thing we're going to need is the barber's tent, of course. You don't get to be this handsome through pure luck. Random guy stumbles into camp. The handsome, you say? No, that can't be. There's only room for one of those in this camp. Although, to be fair, he has somewhat decent prowess, so like, okay, fine. We've done pretty much the best we can for the chieftain here. Hopefully it works out. Yeah, that's awkward. Now, hold on a second. I'm leading a patrol, and it seems like, Vratislav? Didn't I just let you into my camp? I knew it. There was only room for one handsome man in this camp. Gambler's Fallacy, truly sticking to its name with a 7% chance to get wounded. And there it is. It's not all bad though. I can get Lech to try and patch me up. It might actually be possible for us to take a contract, even though we're currently working on a contract. So I guess we might as well go ahead and do that. Here we go, our first actual mercenary contract. The enemy side only has 36 soldiers. I'm sure that's not going to be a big deal for us. Raise the men. We have nothing but pretty much 100 horses and 5 champions. Let's see if we can get something done. They caved immediately. They would give me territory instantly. No thank you. That's okay. If I need territory, I'll take it myself. Now that we actually have some soldiers to work with in our mercenary company, we might need a baggage train to make sure everyone stays well equipped and well supplied. Here we are, entering our very first battle, and it seems like it wasn't an issue. 50 gold is not bad for some light work. You can use that to increase the size of our cavalry. Here we go, looks like it pays pretty decently to be a knight instructor. It also doesn't take that long, which is good. A lot of these other ones, you're kind of just sitting there for a while, but it turns out you can do other stuff in the meantime, so maybe they're not that bad either. I don't know. As for our lifestyle and our perks, things are a little bit different when you're an adventurer compared to when you're landed. The overseer tree is pretty helpful, makes your army cheaper, gives you more provisions, that kind of thing. Also, minus 25% friendly fatal casualties. That's pretty big. But in this case, we'll go down a little bit of gallant. Now, let's see if any of you can hold a sword. Not you, clearly. And this guy's recently been brutally mauled, and yet he's still being forced to take knight training. Absolutely brutal lord he has here. Still pulling through, though, and his other buddy wounded as well. We did succeed with one of them, but I guess that's not enough for the contract, so whatever. I guess we'll take this one. This contract's as good as done. Exceptional success. Looks like there's another war going on in the north, started by the chief of our hometown, no less. Well, I guess we do have that obligation to go help him. Even though, really, it seems like he does not need our help. Well, you can't just end the war before I even get to the battlefield and then say that I'm failing to appear, like you didn't even give me that much time. I didn't even arrive yet. Well, either way, I do get paid a little bit. Fortunately, there is at least another war we can participate in. I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't have taken this contract. The enemy side has ballooned to almost double the numbers, and I'm not fighting all that. So instead, we're just gonna chill out over here. At the very least, I do have a new son and heir. He's, of course, going to be my successor, so he's going to require a martial education. Sure, let's go check out some ruins. It's not like I'm doing anything else right now. What do you know? A 6 prowess sword, not bad. Ooh, boy, that's disease. Yeah, I love sieging something when all of a sudden disease spawns on top of you. That's lovely. Maybe we should disband, actually. Let's move far away from that. Now, money's looking a little tight these days, so I'm gonna see if I can ask somebody for something. In fact, if you're willing to provide a contract, I would gladly accept it. Now that I've swindled everything I can grab out of this area, let's just ditch this war we were hired to fight in, and let's go to East Francia. Now, we could go ahead and rescue a fair subject. I'm sure that would be the, right thing to do. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're willing to pay for that, so, 500 provisions, it's not bad, but when you compare it to 84 gold and 500 provisions, well, now you're speaking my language. Well, they might have lost, and I might have done absolutely nothing to contribute to that war, but they're still gonna pay me 50 gold, so I'll take it. And since we're sitting here to complete this contract, we might as well go ahead and do something else. On the way to the capital of Lotharingia, we have the opportunity to hunt some criminals, and as the just character that Captain Corbett is, of course he's gonna pick up this contract. I like how if we choose to duel her, the text here says have at the egg. He does not care. These hands are rated E for everyone. And there you have it. Now, it's gonna take a while for us to actually become a great conqueror, much longer than 35 years, I expect. So, while we would like to have some land at some point, we are ambitious, of course. We're going to have to play the long con, so it's best to keep our options open. We do have a contract that'll send us pretty far down into Italy, so before we do that, how about we finish this first? Protect the innocent, that seems like something we're supposed to do. Ignore the fact that there will not be much innocent protecting after we become a great conqueror, but that's not the point. I'm starting to think maybe I'm being too nice of a guy to become a great conqueror. Well, I guess every villain origin story has to start somewhere. Okay, I step foot in Italy and instantly I am expelled. So that's great, I guess. Thanks, man. I was about to travel to the capital, and you know what? I still have a job to do, so that's too bad. I'm just visiting. I'll be gone. In hindsight, maybe crossing through the Alps was a bad idea. There goes Barnum, one of the first of the two guys, but we can't save him. That's gonna kill a lot of people, so that's too bad. Sorry, Barnum. He served well. Is everyone just exiling me? First Italy, next these guys? Who's next? France? Once again, we find ourselves face to face with an enemy. And to become a great conqueror, we do actually need to fill a couple of requirements. One of those is we have to kill 12 people. So, either prisoners or, well, anybody works, really. And there he goes. Similar contract, might be a little harder though. She does have 16 prowess, so instead, let's just do an ambush. Oh, right, he actually does kick me out. That's great. Thanks, man. Okay, I guess we're moving to France then. Now, a mercenary company with just 300 soldiers is not much of a mercenary company at all. So, let's go ahead and hire maybe a couple of bowmen. Seems like this war wouldn't be too difficult to get involved in. The enemy only has, what, 750 people? I stand corrected. It says the enemy has 700 people. No, they have 3,000. That's great. I think I've participated enough. I did help in that one siege, so you know what? I'm just gonna take my leave now. Good luck with that, though. Now, if only we were a stronger mercenary company, I feel like we could have dealt with this entire army ourselves. To get there, though, we can't just sit around with, a couple of men and some supplies. We need to train them. We need to get ourselves proving grounds. Wait, you're telling me I can actually gamble? Revolutionary stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the best mechanic luck. Ever added CK3. This is actually what the DLC is worth. I might have lost, but don't worry. We'll get him next time. Eventually, it has to happen. That's how gambling works. So, because I've been exiled from both Italy and Lotharingia, the only way to get back home would be to, well, sail there. Don't know if I can really be bothered to do that. How about, instead, we go over to here? We could actually use a little bit more money from entering contracts. So let's take this. Speaking of contracts, I guess most of them kind of disappeared before we got here, but that's fine. Now, in this war, are we actually genuinely fighting 517 people? I hope so. Although, if I had to guess, that's probably these guys right here. So, how about we move a little bit, actually? Easy battle. Our light cavalry are absolute machines, securing 370 kills. That makes sense, given just how much pursuit these bad boys have. And with the contract done, surely that means I get money, right? No money. That doesn't seem right. Well, the other guy just lost his war and he's willing to pay me anyway, so that's fine. It's a little too peaceful over here. Not enough wars going on. Let's see what we can find in Scandinavia. Okay, well, I can't win that war, but at least we can train some knights. It says we're going to be relatively evenly matched, but I don't know about that one. We'll see. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance. Province sieged, enemy completely defeated. You know, I don't mean to be that guy, but I did pretty much win this war single-handedly. Hopefully the old chieftain's willing to cough up a little more gold for that. 608 gold. All in a day's work. Thank you for the patronage. I appreciate that. I see a guy alongside the road and, you know, he doesn't have the greatest stats, but my guy's just, so I guess we should buy his freedom. You know, that would be the nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Also, I just want to break my critical stress levels, so, yeah, sure, that's fine. Now that I've done my good deed for the day, let's go suppress some peasants. Now, this one's a little bit risky. I know the enemy is quite strong. 3,000 attackers, in fact, but, you know, I'm nothing if not a betting man. Now, hold on a second. My bodyguard is plotting to kill my wife. Hold on a second. I gave this man a place to stay, and this is how he repays me. Unbelievable. Straight to prison. Do not pass go. Now, what to do with him? See, the thing is, his wife is still the head porter, and she's kind of important more than he is. If I banish him, apparently he's gonna have to pay me money, which is odd, but okay. Will his wife leave? Maybe, but you know what? I can find someone else. Who cares? This is gonna be the craziest stomp ever. Watch this. They never even stood a chance. I'm starting to think we're looking like a real mercenary army these days. Only 95 gold for that, though, even though I pretty much won the entire war with that battle. Okay, I see how it is. People are stingy out here. This guy looks like he might actually pay me a bit of money. He is a duke, after all, so I wouldn't mind taking you up on that contract. They are kind of getting their butts kicked, so it would be nice of me to help them. Uh-oh. I guess we didn't even get to help them. That sucks. Oh, that's inconvenient. Anyway, now one of the great things about playing an adventure is that the stats for your army are a little bit busted. So, example A, this guy has quite a bit of heavy infantry. Unfortunately, we don't care. We lost 15 people in that battle. Truly a great loss. Only 75 gold for that? Man, I have to go back. This place stinks. Or maybe I'm just taking the wrong contracts. Hello. Okay, I have no idea what this contract that I got from up here has to do with me moving to the Urals, but okay. Just think about the money. Just think about the money. It'll all be worth it. Wait, hold on a second. That's not that much money. I thought I was promised more money than that. Well, it'll have to do. I don't know how many stand with us contracts I've technically completed at this point, but I guess we have to do a few more. Might as well keep picking them up. Who knows? Maybe this one will actually pay pretty well. Light work, easy battles. 217 for this contract. Nice. I see another contract down here. I mean, we're only, what, fighting 3 people or something? Literally 3. I don't think I really even have to do that much. I will have to help this guy quite a lot, though, but fortunately, we are a pretty strong army. Easy victory there. This guy is coming in for round 2, I guess. Thank you very much. Only 95 for that victory? That's kind of a shame. Oh, and what do you know? It looks like someone's in need of my services while I'm here. A war against Bulgaria. That's crazy, because I was actually just on my way to go help them. I don't do well with sieging, but I do extremely well in fighting other kings in battle. In fact, it would be very funny if I just outright killed this guy. Not impossible, considering, we lost 12 soldiers. That's not even a battle, that's just sad. I beat this guy so bad in battle, he's like, listen, I'll just give you some land. It's very kind of you. Unfortunately, it's not what I'm looking for right now. Successful siege, or the war goal, and then I'm gonna go and destroy this army again. Surely I'm gonna get paid handsomely for this, right? Surely we're getting 100%, okay, sorry, maybe not 100% of the war participation. Oh no, never mind, it is 100%, what do you know? Let me go ahead and ransom a few people before I am forced to give them back, because I like money. And after such a resounding victory, I get 75? Really? That's it? That's not a lot of money, considering what we did, but okay. It's a good thing I ransomed those people. They were worth like 3 times the contract, but whatever. Should probably cool down a little bit of my stress. Been fighting in a few too many wars, I guess. And for one last thing we need for this camp, let's go with a campfire. Mostly just because we can get up to 6 more men-at-arms regiments, which is quite a lot. My son, he's come of age. 13 martial, not too bad. 13 prowess, decent. He's a better tactician than I am. And logistician, not too bad. He'll make a fine conqueror one day. Now, fun time's over. Let's see if we can help these guys out in their war. Oh, that's crazy. It's against the guy who underpaid me for my contract. Funny how that works, isn't it? There we go. That's a decent payment. It looks to me like Bavaria's having a little bit of an issue. So maybe there's an opportunity for profit. Well, there are also these guys. Let's go check that out. Oh, this guy's fighting over the literal territory that I'm sitting in. Okay, hold on a second. Let's just move ourselves this direction a little bit. Then I wouldn't mind joining this. How bad can it be? Just one Hungarian army? Not a big deal. Yeah, no chance. We lost 29 people. I'm never gonna get tired of this. Easy victory. 447 gold. I make more money in a year than a king makes in his lifetime. See, the funniest part is that my cavalry is almost useless because they don't even get to the pursuit phase. The bowmen just annihilate. Now, I do technically still need to kill 12 people for this. Now, I mean, I guess I don't have to, but it would help if I killed 12 people for this. Unfortunately, I've only killed like 6. Now, there is one way to kill more people. Problem is, executing is not really great for my guy because he's sort of just, but fortunately, I've been bringing down the stress penalty, so I think I'm at like minus 70% stress gain, so we can do this a little bit, you know? Yep, that'll do it. Easy victory, huge money, all in a day's work, and on to the next one. We have so many men that it raises it in 2 armies now. It's so beautiful. What do you think? They have any chances? Just kidding, it's not even a question. I love this so much. It's weird, people keep offering me land. It's almost like they're, I don't know, scared of me or something. That's crazy. Can't imagine why. We've made our way down to Bavaria. Another contract is available. I've been focusing quite a bit on wars recently. You know, wars this, war that, conquer this, whatever. Maybe we can go into a tournament every now and then. It'd be a nice change of pace. The contest begins, and of course I'm gonna have to bet on that. Oh, I thought I could bet on myself. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, just in case I don't win. Damn, that's crazy. That's, that's wild. And I lost my 5 gold. This sucks. I'm going home. Maybe beating up some peasants will make me feel better. Oh, those aren't peasants. I was looking at that the wrong way. I'm fighting the king. That's crazy. Well, I do need to participate in at least 5 wars against kings or emperors anyway, so that works. Finally, I've been waiting a long time for this one. Built up a whole bunch of archers for this exact purpose. Easy war, light work, 630 gold. Let's go. And the funniest part of it all is I can go straight to the castle and recruit some people back into the army. Looks like Aquitaine is in a bit of aquapain, and maybe we can help make that worse. Maybe I can add more destruction. Don't mind me just passing through here. I know you've exiled me, but I'm not staying. So as an unintended side consequence of being a generally kind and nice guy to people, I can actually pick up one of the other major adventurer decisions that I didn't plan on getting. To be fair, this one's pretty easy. All you have to do is literally just be nice to people. That's kind of it. These are some pretty nice bonuses though. If you get all the way to the end of Right Doer, you get like a ton of stuff. Not only prowess per level of fame, but also, of course, knight effectiveness per prowess. Interesting. Extra size of men-at-arms regiments, more knights, good stuff. Also, we do get some free armor, so that's cool. And the armor is pretty good, but arguably not as good as the armor I'm currently wearing. What is up with people and trying to kill other members of the camp? What is wrong with you? This guy, I don't even think I mentioned him. This guy was literally picked up as like a feral child in the woods. That's why he's called the Son of Wolves. And he's a little stupid, but he's okay. He makes for like a mediocre bodyguard at the least. And yet somehow you think it's a good idea to kill him. You know what? You actually don't deserve to be here. Here we go, an actual contract. This poor guy has absolutely no idea what's about to happen to him. Yeah, that's the whole army. Capital's only going to be a short 2 months as well. I love this. This sieging plus ransoming is like a money generator. Please let this be the 20th one though. Being a great conqueror is great and all that, except for, you know, having to fight 20 actual entire wars. That part is not that great. On the bright side, every time you 100% a war like this, you get like a bunch more money. Just imagine the sight of this. You're fighting this war against some guy who has like maybe 30 troops on his side, 17 troops, and all of a sudden, the most famous man in all of Europe, the most feared warrior with 4,500 elite soldiers, just decides on a whim to join the war against you. It takes him literally 5 days to delete your entire army from the surface of the earth, and then he burns down your castle in 2 months, all in a day's work. 300 gold? That's pretty fair. Yeah, I'll take that. I think if I wanted to, I could actually finish 2 contracts at the same time. And that's great and all, but again, gotta go back to war. There you go, and that looked like it was the last one I needed. Still kind of disappointed that I somehow got this invalidated. Not quite sure how to fix that. Maybe I could help these guys. War's not over yet, right? That's good. Getting a little rusty, you know, could use a bit of practice against the Knights Templar. How tough could they possibly be? Damn, folded instantly. We are actually fairly close to becoming a great conqueror. In fact, at this point, I think all we really need is either to bump up my martial by 2 somehow, which is probably doable, or I need to finish getting gallant, or I could try to get more prestige, but that's gonna take a lot. I don't know. I think there's actually one really easy solution, and that is, I'm not joking, just going to university. I'm pretty sure that does do the trick. Let's see, any universities nearby? Ooh, definitely not nearby. I have one in Upland? Really? I guess it is the easiest one to go to. Alrighty, martial increased by 1, not 2, unfortunately. But not the worst thing in the world. I got 2 more martial lifestyle perks. Oh, turns out it also upgraded my education trait. So yeah, I guess I have enough martial now. All right, I've decided. At the young age of 53 years old, we're gonna march straight to the capital of East Francia. First, I'm gonna chronicle all of my travels. It only costs 1,500 prestige, so that's not too bad. We're gonna make a book for our future heirs. A book which gives us 20% monthly prestige, by the way. And for everyone who has it afterwards, you get 20% monthly lifestyle experience. So as it turns out, using the CB that you get when you're, you know, doing the whole Great Conqueror thing, if you take the title from somebody whose vassals don't really like them, then a lot of the vassals just become independent. So instead of taking this title, we're gonna go and take the Kingdom of Polabia. And while we're here, we might as well steal all of this guy's money. It'll only take like 50 days. There we go, 190 gold, thank you very much. Now that you're in debt, let's go to war. When we become a great conqueror, first of all, we have to wait until we're landed to get the actual conqueror trait. But in the meantime, we get an army of seasoned veterans consisting of retinue lancers, which are a little strong. They are only size 50 though, so, you know, it's not crazy or anything. We do also get the retinue vanguard, which is just like decent heavy infantry. Well, of course, it's really good infantry, but we only get 100. We get a legend seed, we get the pressed claim for the Kingdom of Polabia, and we actually start the war against this guy. Starting the war means we are going to lose more than 5,000 prestige. In fact, it might be 2,500, which isn't great, but it is what it is. Years ago, I slew Mago in battle. The memory has stayed with me since. Can I even say this on YouTube? His chest ripped apart by my blow, his eyes wide open in disbelief, his blood dripping to the ground, making the soil fertile. Many more have joined him since. For most, such slaughter would be enough, but not for me. I cannot help but smile as I look to the horizon. Not for those who died, I smile for those that will. So only slightly insane, it's good stuff. But we do get our CB, and I do get to raise my army right here. It is a little bit gross that I get to just walk into the capital and decide, yeah, by the way, your kingdom is mine. But if I weren't meant to have this kingdom, then it shouldn't have fallen in less than a month, so that's not my fault. Yeah, that was a pretty simple war. So it does say vassals of the realm may become independent based on their relationship to the old ruler, differences in culture, faith, and opinion with the adventurer, a bunch of other different things. Well, even if we don't get everything, we can just conquer it later. Here's another pretty cool mechanic though. Sometimes when you take somebody's kingdom or whatever, they don't immediately just disappear. They decide to become adventurers and they might try to come and reclaim the throne. I haven't seen anyone do it successfully, but good luck, I guess. Oh, here we go. To rule the world. It is increasingly clear, from the lowest peasant to the most noble of my vassals, they are all whispering my name, whispering of my might, whispering of war. Their support for my cause, for my people to see me as a ruler worthy of the world. The strength of the Kingdom of Polabia is mine to wield, and wield it I shall. Okay, let the conquest begin. It's important to actually read what this does in the bottom left here. Of course, we gain the Conqueror trait, I'll talk about that in a second, but it's actually more than just a trait, it's like a whole playstyle. You start receiving support from your vassals and your people, but if you stay at peace for too long, lose too many wars, or become subject to another realm, or fall from grace. I'm not entirely sure what happens, because I haven't had it happen to me yet, but I'm sure you probably lose the conqueror trait, or maybe your realm just kind of fractures, I'm not sure. The main point though, if you read the bottom part, is that if you die, your children are expected to take up the mantle of conquest. What's interesting about that is that when you look at the actual conqueror trait, it's kinda busted. +5 tax per month, minus 75% men-at-arms maintenance, 75% cheaper titles, plus 5 legitimacy per month, forced vassalization CB, and your CBs are free. By the way, the maintenance for men-at-arms is not just for gold, it also applies to prestige, so you can see that we're spending minus 0.6 on our current men-at-arms. Great stuff. And also, the fun little thing about that is that this CB, Forced Vassalization, works almost identically to Subjugate, but it's free and you get it for like everybody. The only people it doesn't work on are ones who have too much land, so like Bavaria, I don't think it's gonna work for that. Maybe White Rus wouldn't work either. Yeah, it doesn't even work for this guy either, but that's okay. And King Corbett here isn't exactly dead yet. He's feeling fine and he is ready to conquer, so might as well keep going. We don't have to conquer everybody though, we can just ask them to become vassals sometimes. I'll take that. And I can't vassalize this guy, but I guess we'll take this county to begin with. Probably a good idea to get a seneschal actually, with all the land I'm going to be taking. I'll take that. So this is the other side of becoming a great conqueror. Sometimes you just get things for free. So cheaper men-at-arms recruitment cost if we really wanted it. Just a whole army of 300 men. Sure, why not? This guy looks like he's kind of up there in the years already, so might as well declare war, take something. Hopefully he sort of kicks the bucket and I can just subjugate his son, who seems to actually kind of like me a little bit, so that's fine. Thank you. I did kind of agree to join this war a long time ago and it's been getting a little bit annoying, so I'm just gonna go and win it real quick. There goes the queen. Yeah, that's not gonna be good for the old stress. At this point, might as well just marry for stats and we'll go with her. Why not? Hold on a second. Where did this even come from? I don't remember grabbing this. Not that I'm complaining. An extra 3.5 piety per month is kind of crazy though. Oh, of course, I get there literally just about to fight. Okay, war's over, I guess. That's simply the fear that I strike into the heart of the Khan of Khazaria. Surely that was it. Definitely not because the war was going on for like 10 years. With this next one, we should be able to proclaim the Kingdom of Pomerania. These events are amazing. Unwavering support from the Glory Hounds. Lovely. Army gold maintenance, that's not a big deal. I've only been using the men-at-arms anyway. Levy contribution, same, not that helpful. But 50 opinion with all of them? Yeah, I think I can live with that. We can use that to become the King of Pomerania. If I want to become an emperor though, Pomerania is not going to be what I want. I'm gonna have to go after all of West Slavia, starting with you. Pretty simple war. This guy only has, I think, 3 soldiers. He really should give up, but whatever. At this point, I'm almost certain someone is also plotting to murder me, which kind of makes sense. Honestly, I can't even blame you. Oh yeah, what do you know? So my acquaintance, even, Martin, is scheming against me. Yup, there is a murder me plot. Isn't that crazy? Huh. What do you know? Sounds like someone's just a little bit butthurt that they got vassalized. In other words, that's kind of a skill issue. With that last county down there, I should be able to create the Kingdom of Poland. Not everyone's a big fan of me, but that's okay. I can get a couple of vassals in. Still can't force vassalize this guy. Too many held counties, but he has like 6. So I guess the limit is 5. That's good to know. Oh, okay. I guess the new king couldn't really hold on to everything here. All right, new objective. Actually, that might make my life a little bit easier, thank you. Now, if we're going to encourage people to flock to our banner, we can't just take on all the small fry. Of course, we're going to have to prove ourselves by fighting a kingdom. Maybe one like Bavaria, and maybe for Bohemia. Another person. Interesting, that's a lot of people who are scheming to kill me. So you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of offensive wars. I'm sure the population probably hates you for being at war all the time. No, not really. Not only is it just like a small margin, but also you get events like this every now and then that just gives you an additional 10 popular opinion. And yes, it stacks. At this point, we might as well create a legend. Once it's done, we get the ability to subjugate any nearby realm, so that's cool. Oh, the Knights of Templar. They're back. Back for round 2, it seems. Because that went so well for you guys the first time. They actually crumbled so quickly I didn't even get to show the battle. But, there are the results. There we are, just another successful day in being the scourge of Europe. It kind of seems like, for whatever reason, I don't know, a lot of people don't really like me that much. Kind of weird. So, to ease the tensions a little bit, I guess I'll host a feast. You know, we wouldn't even need to take that much to unite the West Slavs. We can start down here. That was pretty easy. Didn't even have to fight. It is kind of weird that this guy has a literal kingdom title. Just King of the Poles. Okay. If I had to guess, also probably an adventurer thing. Just gotta take that from Nitra. This guy is refusing to become a subject. Oh, because he's Catholic. Or rather, because he's Cathar. That makes sense. Not a big deal. We know how to fix that. We can't vassalize this guy, but we can take the one duchy we need. Oh, look, a peasant draft. Another 10 popular opinion. Interesting. Okay, I think at this point, what I want to do is probably swap over to learning and grab medicine just to make sure I don't die as fast. It'd be nice if I can keep this guy alive, I say as I send him straight into battle. There we go. Now, you are maybe willing to become a vassal? Thank you. I'm just gonna need this from Prussia. Oh, what do you know? I could actually just give myself the title of West Slavia. I don't actually know how that's any different from pressing the button. I've never done it before. That one took a little longer than I was hoping for, especially for literally just one county, but okay. Just a little more now. Well, you know what? It does say that I can be an emperor and hold the Kingdom of Poland, Pomerania, Sorbia, Bohemia, or Great Moravia. So in theory, I could just become the emperor. And besides, I wouldn't want this guy to die without becoming an emperor, and he is getting kind of up there in the years. So we might as well. Beautiful. Even after all that, Nitra still doesn't want to submit, so I guess we'll just have to take that one province, or county, I guess. The truce has expired with the King of Bavaria, and I do need to retake this part of Bohemia. I could, actually, if I truly wanted to, push the claim of the prince and take all of Bavaria. Interesting. After all, it is a kingdom title, and I am an emperor. May not be the greatest idea, but it would be funny. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, more money, you say? Well, don't mind if I do. They do have 7,000 people. That might be enough. Oh, right, yeah, because of the knights again. But that is just barely enough that I might want to raise a couple of people. Just a few thousand. Nothing crazy. Hopefully, this is the concluding battle. I don't really want to have to siege another 10 months, you know? Keep in mind, each siege is a significant part of this guy's remaining lifespan. Good battle, but not nearly enough. You know what? I'll just take the casualties. We're going straight to the capital. And what's even funnier is I get to fight them again. Ooh, yeah, it might be over for me. Hey, we had a good run. The capital siege, but it's not even enough still. That sucks. We won't even live to take Bavaria. All right, my final act before dying will be to go into battle and to win against this army. Fight till his very last breath. Yep, there he goes. Now, I did plan to maybe stop as soon as he died. However, the Conqueror trait is inherited, so I don't necessarily see anything wrong with continuing on a little bit. There we go, we can increase the quality of that legend. It'll give us a little more legitimacy. And with this last siege, we should be done. Can't forget to ransom everybody first, though. That's a lot of money. All right, well, I guess that's all of Bavaria. Except that goes to Croatia for some reason. So hold on. The entire time I wanted this, which I thought I was taking, but no, okay. That kind of makes sense, actually. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, the truce is only 5 years long. We'll come back. I was also going to invade East Francia, but it looks like they have a bit of an issue going on, so I'll just wait for that to finish. In the meantime, we can go on a hunt. If I want to invade East Francia, I'm going to need quite a bit of prestige. First, I'm actually just going to take this. Okay, then. New queen in Germany doesn't really matter. Still gonna take that, thank you. Although it is kind of annoying because now I have to get more war score from battles. I think that should probably do it. Can't forget to ransom, of course. Thank you. All that for a single county. Well, don't worry, I have some plans. Starting with Croatia. Everything takes a lot longer when you don't have sappers. It's another 11 months on this one. I was gonna say, all we have to do is siege down the capital. It can't be that well defended, right? 3 years. Never mind. Let's do anything else. That'll just about do it. Just have to wait a few days, really. Perfect. Now, we don't have to do that much else to finish this decision, although it is going to take another 3 years at least. So, let's go and vassalize this guy. 3 years! Yeah, it's crazy how important sapping is, considering I still can't hire any siege equipment. Now for the grand finale, we can increase the quality of our legend all the way to the maximum, and if I complete this legend, I gain access to the demand local submission decision, a allowing me to subjugate any nearby realm. Now, I don't exactly know what that means, but I kind of want to find out. I'll have 15 years of access to the demand fealty, Assus Belli. Okay. Reduce men-at-arms maintenance, 25% plus 2 martial. Interesting. So how long is this truce again? Just 14 months. Interesting. And if I demand fealty like this, that would work, wouldn't it? I don't even need to have the next level of fame. Interesting. Well, just to make sure nobody stabs me in the back before I get to finish that, let's host a feast. We've also gotten sappers back, so it's going to be much easier to siege. And someone else is plotting to kill me. Okay, alright. Thanks for that, I guess. Well, fortunately, I think this was added in this DLC, but I can do this to reduce the success chance of being murdered, and I think that's a good idea. Or we could do this. That might work. If I wanted to, I could even build a legendary statue, and you know what? Yeah, I am going to. I kind of just want to make sure this guy survives again, so I'll just take medicine focus. The truce with the Queen of Germany is up, just in time for me to demand fealty. One last hurrah for today's video. Doesn't seem like the capital was enough, unfortunately. I think the Queen is actually leading her own army, so we might as well go and say hello. Fingers crossed this is going to be the final battle. It's looking good. I mean, it's not like it ever looks bad. Men-at-arms are kind of broken. Beautiful. Oh, it's gonna be so cursed, but thank you. Don't mind if I do. Now, with that being done, let's unite the West Slavs. Why not? Glory to West Slavia. Okay, so sure, it took a little longer than one lifetime, but that's whatever. Who cares? And if I really wanted to, I could take like 4 more counties and form Germania, but no, that's okay. We don't have to do all that. Instead, I think that's where we're gonna end things off for today. Starting as a random dude, we became a great conqueror, became an emperor of West Slavia, and then, as his successor, conquered the entire kingdom of Germania. I have to say, I didn't think I had it in me, considering how little I actually played this game, but it worked out. Even if, obviously, it would not work out in the long run for, reasons. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's the first time in a very long time that I've played CK3 on the channel. So if you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on it, and if you didn't, I don't know, explain why or something. I don't think I really know how to make CK3 videos yet, so there's a lot of room for criticism in here. Anyway, go out and enjoy the DLC. I've had a lot of fun with it. But for now, this is Corbett signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. Big shout out to the patrons this month, in particular Erica, Luca Becker, Nick Steffel, Cubrute, AG Forero, Ben Mottram, Quiet Guy, Rosset, Torvald, Ambient Cyan, James Levy, Luke 78776, and Robert. By the way, all of these people also get early access to videos, so if that's something you're interested in, it's literally $1.